Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a huge shakeup happening in YouTube automation. We're going to uncover the new rules for what actually works. So, if you've got a faceless channel or you've even just thought about starting one, you're going to want to stick around for this. Okay, let's just kick things off with this quote right here, because it nails what's happening. The era of lazy YouTube automation is over. Seriously, those old tricks, just churning out AI content and hitting upload, they're not just failing anymore, they're getting channels nuked, completely shut down. I mean, if you've been on X or in any creator groups recently, you've definitely seen it. It's just an avalanche of channels getting terminated for inauthentic content. And look, this is YouTube's big move. They're cracking down on that flood of, let's be honest, low-effort, mass-produced AI videos that have been swamping everything. The game has totally changed. So, that leads to the million-dollar question, right? If the old way is dead and buried, what's the new playbook? What actually works now? How do you build one of these automated channels that YouTube's algorithm actually likes instead of just, punishing? Well, check this out. Here's your proof that there is a new way. And man, is it profitable? This number, over 10 grand, that's from a brand new faceless channel. And it was earned in just 17 days after getting monetized. And it all happened by following a totally new strategy, one that actually works with what YouTube is doing now, not fighting against it. So, what's behind this massive shift? What changed? Well, this wasn't just some tiny little algorithm update. No, this is about YouTube's new gatekeeper. It's a super powerful AI from Google, and its name is Gemini. The best way to think about Gemini is like a crazy smart referee. It's not just scanning for keywords anymore, not at all. It's analyzing the entire vibe of your video. The visuals, the script, the tone of the voiceover. It even gets sarcasm. It knows if a video is trying to be funny or serious. We're talking about a whole new level of understanding context here. And get this, there's another piece to this puzzle. All the big players, Google, Adobe, Microsoft, they got together and formed this group called the C2PA. And what they do is, essentially, they put a permanent digital stamp on every file you make. It's like a VIN number for your car. This little stamp logs the file's entire history, and yeah, that includes which AI tools you used, like Midjourney or ElevenLabs. Okay, so here's where it all connects. Gemini can now read that C2PA stamp. It sees those AI fingerprints. It can even spot invisible watermarks that are baked right into the pixels of your content. The point is, there's nowhere to hide anymore. If you're using AI and you don't disclose it, YouTube now calls that deceptive practices. And you know what that leads to? Yep, termination. All right, so with this new reality, where they can detect pretty much everything, how do we actually adapt? It means it's time to just toss out the old playbook. We need a whole new set of rules for making content. Think about it. The old way was just copy what's popular, right? Use 100% AI-generated script, spam the same format over and over. The new way is totally different. It's about finding these overlooked ghost niches, building real authority on a topic. And this is key, strategically adding that human touch back into the workflow. And to be super specific, Gemini is now flagging these patterns as pure spam, like using the same title format again and again. You've seen them, X finally responds to Y, or using the exact same script structure for every single video, like those born, rise, fall celebrity biographies. And yeah, mindlessly reusing the same old clips or just slapping up unedited AI images, those are huge red flags now for inauthentic content. Okay, so we've talked a lot about what not to do. Let's flip it around. Let's focus on the absolute core of the new strategy, and that's building authority. In this sea of AI noise, YouTube is now rewarding channels that it sees as legit, credible experts on a very specific topic. So what does a winning workflow even look like now? Well, it really boils down to three main stages. First, you've got to find an untapped ghost niche. Second, your content needs to provide something called net information gain. And third, you have to start using AI as a tool to help you, not as a replacement for you. Seriously, just forget trying to compete in those super saturated markets like history or finance. The new move is to find a ghost niche. And what that means is focusing on a really basic, maybe even a kind of boring topic that everyone else just completely overlooks because it seems too simple. I'm talking about a channel that's all about updates on fixing city potholes or the entire history of water bottles. It sounds weird, but originality is now hidden in these basic, overlooked areas. Now, this next part is a huge deal. Google's whole system is basically designed to filter out copycat stuff. So, if you want the algorithm to push your videos, they need to provide what's called net information gain. All that means is you're offering new facts, a different angle, or details that aren't already out there. So instead of making another video about the Titanic sinking, how about a video on the one specific radio operator whose personal conflict led to them missing the iceberg warnings? See, that's new information, and Google absolutely rewards that. And finally, let's get into how to use AI the right way. The absolute key here is a mindset shift. AI is an amazing, incredibly powerful assistant, but it's not the creator. You are. Real success in this new landscape comes from boosting your human strategy with AI tools, not letting them replace you. Just, typing into an AI, write a 15-minute script about X is a guaranteed recipe for failure. And here's why. For one, AI scripts will literally make up fake facts, they hallucinate, just to hit a word count. Two, they use the same predictable phrasing over and over, which Gemini spots from a mile away. And three, they just don't have that natural human rhythm of speech. This all boils down to a concept called burstiness. See, human speech is kind of chaotic, right? We use a mix of long, rambling sentences and then really short, punchy ones. AI writing? It's flat. It's predictable. It's so predictable, in fact, that YouTube's bots can literally guess the next word in an AI script. And that's a dead giveaway that a human didn't write it. So how do you get that human element back in? Well, there are two really simple but super powerful techniques. First, try giving your AI a prompt that tells it to interview you about the topic. Then, have it rewrite the script based on your unique answers and opinions. Second, just record yourself reading the script. It doesn't matter if you have a bad mic, and then run that recording through a tool like ElevenLabs Voice Changer. What that does is it captures your natural human cadence and just applies it to the clean AI voice. So look, the whole point is this. The future of YouTube automation, what's going to work in 2026 and beyond, isn't about trying to trick the algorithm with 100% AI stuff. It's about building a real, high-quality, compliant media asset. It's where your human strategy is in the driver's seat, guiding these powerful AI tools to make something that's actually valuable and original. And that really leaves us with one last thought to chew on. In an age where AI can create infinite content, literally on demand, what if your greatest asset, the thing that makes you stand out, is just simply being human? That messy, unique, authentic human fingerprint. Makes you think, right?